Okay. Hi, guys. Welcome to the final ASU 365 Community Union yoga class. We are asking, if you've been before, if this is your first time tonight, to let the team know how your experience has been. I have an email. It's info@ASU365communityunion.com. Give us some feedback here. They might consider bringing back the program. We'd love some positive feedback. So we will get started here tonight. I'm going to take you through a slow flow, an all-level slow flow. I'll have you all start on your backs in a nice, comfortable laying position. Hands could be up towards the sky. They could be on your abdomen, at your chest, whatever you feel safe and comfortable doing in this moment. Start here, just taking some deep inhales and exhales. We're here as a community, so taking some community breaths here just to get centered and into our yoga practice today. Start taking a body scan, starting at the top of your head, and take it down towards your eyes, your nose, down to your chin. Maybe you're making some crazy faces right now, loosening up the muscles in your face. Make sure you're breathing. Take that awareness down your shoulders, down your arms, and to your fingers. Take it down the middle of your body, down to your hips. Scan down your legs, down to your ankles, all the way to your tippy toes. And just relax here. Take a couple more breaths here before we start going. When you're feeling like you're ready to start moving, you can find yourself hugging your knees into your chest and getting into like a ball formation. You can squeeze your legs here, give yourself a really tight hug. Maybe rock back and forth here. Give yourself a little back massage. And when you're ready, you can start rocking and rolling to the top of your mat. And we'll sit in a seating position when you're here. Take your right ear and drop it towards your right shoulder. Just let it fall down here. Feel a stretch in your neck. If it feels good to you, you can take your right hand, place it on top of your head, and apply light pressure, not too much. Also making sure that this shoulder is down. take your head back up through center, and same thing on the other side. Drop your left ear to the left shoulder. If it feels good, again, you can take your hand and place it on top of your temple. And bring everything back to center. Take your arms up to the sky. Place your left hand in the back and your right hand on your right knee and twist. Inhale, bring your arms back up to the sky. Same thing on the other side. Drop your hand to the back, arm on your knee, and twist. Inhale, bring your arms back up to the center. Place them in front of you and roll over your legs into this position. Right here, where you're going to do a few cat-cows. So on an inhale, lift your head up, look up. Exhale, round your back, look back towards your ankles. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look back. Take a couple of cat-cows on your own. You might also find some organic movements, some figure eights. Maybe you're gonna take your wrists and stretch them out if you've had a computer all day, like I have. When you feel good, you can meet us back into a neutral position. Take your left hand planted on your mat and take your right hand up to the sky. On an exhale, take that right hand and scoop it under the other hand. If it feels good to you, you could take your left hand up to the top of your mat for an extra stretch. If you took that extra stretch with your left hand, place it back on your mat and bring your right arm back up to the sky. Place it back down in front of you, and we'll do the same thing on the left side. Placing your right hand on the mat, left hand up to the sky, and thread it through. If you took that extra stretch again, place your hand down on the mat and take your arm back up to the sky. On an exhale, place it back down in front of you and push your hips back up into your first downward dog. Here, we'll just take a couple of breaths. You might want to pedal out your legs. Just get loose here. When you're feeling good and loose here, you can tippy-toe your feet up to your hands and meet in a forward fold. You could take opposite elbows here. You could hold on to the backs of your ankles, maybe the back of your head. Just sway here. Place your right hand in front of your face, right below your nose. Put a bend into your right leg and take your left arm up to the sky for another twist. If it feels good to you here, you could take a wrap, just making sure that your chest is staying open to the side. If you took that wrap, bring your hand back up to the sky and place it down in front of you. Replace that hand and take it to the other side. Taking a wrap, if that's in your practice. If you took that wrap, bring your arm back up to the sky and place your hand down in front of you. On an exhale, walk your feet back to a high plank. And we're gonna hold here for 5 minutes. 5 breaths. 3, 2, 1, and on your exhale, slowly lower down to the mat. On an inhale, lift up to either up dog or, oh my gosh, cobra. And just hold here. This is your first time here, so just take it easy. Maybe you're looking back at your ankles for an extra neck stretch. Just loosening up here. On an exhale, push your hips back and meet in a child's pose. We're going to take some time here to breathe and just notice how your body is feeling now that you've moved a bit. If this is a position that feels good to you and you ever want to come back to this position at any time during this practice, you are welcome to. Start to come back into your body and meet me in a downward facing dog, however you want to get there. On an inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky and take a moment to take some hip circles, maybe some ankle circles, making sure that you're going in both directions. Take that right leg through your hands and place your foot down. Take some time to loosen up here, maybe taking a wide pyramid. When you're feeling good on that side, take your right foot back into a downward facing dog again. We'll do the same thing on the left side now. Take your left leg up to the sky and twist out your hip. Take that left foot through to your hands into a runner's lunge and loosen up here on this side. Instead of walking back into downward dog, take your right foot up to meet your left foot in a forward fold. Take your peace fingers on both hands and your thumb. Take your peace fingers and take them underneath your toes, capping off your big toe with your thumbs. Lift your body, and on an exhale, pull down towards your thighs. On an inhale, lift and release. Take the palms of your hands and place them underneath your feet so that your toes are meeting your wrist crease. On an inhale, lift. And on an exhale, you're going to pull again. Your elbows are going to shoot out to the sides as you're pulling in. On an inhale, release, lift, forward fold, and on an inhale, lift your arms up to the sky. Exhale down through center into mountain pose. Okay, we're gonna go through a couple sun A's, a quick flow. We'll go down to the floor, and I have a special guest to end our practice tonight. So, from here in mountain pose, on an inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, cut through center, down to the ground. Step or hop your feet back. And on your exhale, slowly lower down to the mat. On an inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And on an exhale, plant your toes, lift your hips back into downward dog. Here, we're going to hold for 5 breaths. Three, 2, 1. Look up and walk or float to the top of your mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, down through center into mountain pose. Inhale, arms look up. Exhale, cut through center, down to the ground. Walk back and down to the mat. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Hold here for another 5 breaths. Three, 2, 1. Look up towards the top of your mat and walk or float to the top. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, down through center. We're going to take that one more time. When we get to the downward facing dog, it'll change just a little bit, so pay attention there. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cut through center, down to the ground. Exhale, feet back, and lower down to the mat. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold here for just a couple breaths. We've been here before, so we're pretty comfortable. On an inhale, lift that right leg up to the sky. Exhale, take it through to center between your hands. Inhale, keeping your left foot lifted up into a crescent lunge. On an exhale, deepen that lunge slightly. Maybe you're taking a little back bend here. On an inhale, lift back up. From here, take your hands to your heart. Straighten that front leg and turn to the side of your mat. Bend into your left leg into a high sideways lunge or flying monkey to the back of your mat. Take a couple breaths here. On an inhale, meet in a wide leg forward fold. Here, you could be grabbing opposite ankles. Maybe you're pulling through center. You could have your hands at the back of your head. Inhale, lift up through center to star pose. Take a moment to really reach and stretch out here, maybe taking another back bend. On an exhale, drop those arms to a T. Pivot your front foot to the top of your mat and bend into that front leg for a warrior B. On an inhale, reverse your warriors. Take that front arm up to the sky, keeping the 90-degree angle in that front leg. On an exhale, take your right arm down to your right knee, modified side angle. On an inhale, straighten that front leg and cartwheel your arms back for a reverse triangle. On your next exhale, cartwheel your hands down, placing just the left hand down on the mat and twisting open with your right hand to the sky. Placing that right hand back in front of you, and you can either walk back and take a flow, or just meet us back in a downward facing dog. On an inhale, take that left leg up to the sky. Exhale through to center and between your hands. Keeping your back feet tucked, lift up into your crescent lunge. Exhale, deepening that lunge. Inhale, lift back up. Hands to the center, straighten your front leg. Move to the side and either take that lunge or flying monkey to the back of your mat. Meet in that wide leg forward fold, taking a couple breaths here again. Inhale, lift up into star pose. Take all this in. And exhale, arms to a T. Pivot your front foot into your warrior B pose. On an inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, arm to knee. Inhale, cartwheel your arms back. Shift your hips back. And cartwheel your hands down to the ground, keeping your right hand to the ground as you twist open to the side. Place that hand back to the ground. Same thing, either go through your flow or meet us back in your downward facing dog. From here, we'll go through both sides one more time. However, the ending is just a little bit different. So again, we'll just pay attention towards the end of this flow. On an inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, cut through the center in between your hands. Lift up, crescent lunge. Exhale, deepen the lunge. Inhale, lift up. Arms to the center, straighten that leg. Move to the side and take a lunge or your flying monkey to the ground. Inhale to your forward fold. Inhale up, star pose. Exhale, arms to a T. Pivot your front leg, warrior B. Inhale, reverse that warrior. Exhale, arm to knee. Exhale, cartwheel your arms back, push your hips back. And instead of just placing one hand down, place both hands to the ground, drop your back knee, and push your hips back into a half splits or a full splits if you got them. When you're feeling good here, you can heel toe your foot to the side of the mat, drop your knee into your pigeon pose. You can start by puffing up your chest and slowly lower as far as you can. Don't push it too hard. We're just kind of relaxing down here. When you're feeling good here, we're gonna meet back in a downward facing dog. So however you wanna get there, you could go through another flow again. I'm just gonna slowly move back to downward facing dog. You can do that too. This is the last flow before we take everything down to the floor and really start to slow down. On an inhale, lift that left leg up to the sky. Exhale, take it through to center in between your hands. Inhale, lift up, crescent pose. Exhale, deepen that lunge. Inhale, lift back up, hands to center, straighten that leg, move to the side, and take that lunge or flying monkey to the ground. Meet back in that wide leg forward fold. Arms up, reach up, star pose. On an exhale, tee your arms, pivot your front foot, bend into your knee, into your warrior B. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, cartwheel both hands down. Take your back knee down to the mat and push your hips back for half splits. When you're feeling good and even on this side, you can heel toe your foot over to the side, dropping your knee into your pigeon pose. Start by puffing up your chest and then slowly lower as far as you can. When you're feeling good and even on that side, you can start to lift back up and sit on your left sit bones and take your right leg across to the front of your body. Oh, I'm opposite. I'll just switch. Taking your left arm, that's what I thought, left arm up to the sky. Take it over your knee into a twist. Unwrap back to center and swap those legs around. Taking your right hand up to the sky, over your knee into a twist. Unravel your legs and meet in a wide leg forward fold here. Take your elbows to the ground and go as far as you can. Lift up through center and take your right arm over your head to your toes. Up through center, over to the other side. Inhale, bring everything up through center and take your body in the center of your leg and take your nose to your knee as far as you can go. Lift up through center. Take your body to your left leg, center your body, and slowly lower nose to knee. When you're feeling good here, come up through center into an easy seat here. I'm going to pass the mic off to Bianca Dominguez. She is the founder of this program, and she's going to take you through the final poses of our evening.
Hi guys. Thank you so much, Ashleigh. What a great slow flow, beautiful evening. Again, my name is Bianca, and we're gonna take you through this last bit of the flow, and then I'm gonna share some gratitude about the program. So from here, let's make our way onto our backs. Inhale, the arms above the head, point through the toes, take a really big stretch here. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth, let it go. Inhale, reach through those fingertips, point through those toes. Exhale, just let the shoulder blades come down onto the mat. Let it go. One more inhale, stretch up, point through the toes. Exhale, bring the knees into the chest, give yourself a big hug. Maybe you grab for opposite elbows. Take the spine from side to side, forward to backward. Exhale, let's bring the feet down onto the mat. Bring the heels close into the butt. Arms down, long by the side body, palms facing down. On an inhale, we're gonna lift up through the hips for a bridge pose, coming on to the shoulder blades, the back of the head. On the inhale again, lift those hips. Maybe we bring the hands into a bind behind the lower back. And just feel this stretch. Breathe into any tension. Take a body scan. Exhale, gently release that down. And then let's windshield wiper out the knees. Knees go to the right, and then the left. Nice. Gonna stop through center. Then inhale, we're gonna give ourselves a big hug again. Exhale, extend that left leg out long, flex through the foot, bring it down to the mat. Hug the right knee in nice and tight. And then bring it in around the right rib cage into the right armpit. On an inhale, give that knee a tight squeeze. Nice. Inhale, left arm comes up around the right knee. We're gonna bring the knee across the left side body, spinal twist. Right arm can go out to the right. You can take your glance out to the right. And just take some deep breaths here. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale, we're gonna bring both knees back in the center. Give ourselves a big hug. Exhale out the right leg long, foot is flexed. Heel comes down to the ground. We hug that left knee in nice and tight to the chest when remover pose. And then we take the left knee around the left rib cage into the armpit. On an inhale, give that a nice tight squeeze. Beautiful. Inhale, right arm comes up. Outside of the left knee, we bring the left knee across the right side body. Left arm goes out. Maybe we look towards that left hand. Spinal twist, supine twist. Take some deep breaths. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the nose. Inhale, we're going to come back through center, give ourselves a big hug. And let's rock along the spine, forward and backward, maybe side to side. Do what feels good in your body. These are our last few movements here. You can come up to a shoulder stand if that's in your practice, bringing the hands to the lower back for support. Maybe come into a plow pose. Let's bring the legs down back to the mat, gently. Find any last movement that you need here. Maybe you come into a happy baby, opening up the knees, flexing the feet, grabbing onto the feet, moving side to side. Maybe you just wiggle it out. I'm going to take a deep inhale. Exhale, let's come into our final Shavasana. Let's open up those legs wider than the mat. Let the toes flap open, palms facing the sky. Give the armpits plenty of room to breathe. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, rest the shoulder blades down onto the mat. Close the eyes if you feel comfortable. And the same way we did that body scan at the beginning of class, let's do that again. Take notice. This practice is about taking time for ourselves, taking time to slow down, take some deep breaths, to remember that discomfort is temporary. So sometimes we get into these postures that might be new for us, especially if we're new to this practice, and it feels a little uncomfortable. And then we remember that we can breathe through that discomfort. This practice is about sharing your energy with a collective that is mindful to be vulnerable. This is a very vulnerable space. And it's been such a joy to manage this program. So grateful to all of you for sharing your time, for sharing your energy. There's nothing as beautiful as a collective of people breathing and moving together. It's one of the most incredible things to be a witness of and to lead. So thank you to all of you. Thank you to the wonderful teachers that we've had be a part of this program. And while this might be the last stadium class, we have a lot of teachers you can check out that run donation-based yoga, different times of the week, different places of town. So if you've enjoyed this practice and you've found it to be helpful, I encourage you to check that out. Another big thank you to Ashleigh for leading this last class, so special. Ashleigh also helped manage this program. And this was one of her first classes, if you can believe it, this program has also been wonderful for new yoga teachers. So thank you again for allowing us to guide you in this practice that means so much to us and is truly an honor to share. I'm going to read a quote about love. It's from one of my favorite books, All About Love by Bell Hooks. And it's a definition that she didn't write, but she found to be most true. And that is, love is the will to extend oneself for the purpose of nurturing one's own or another's spiritual growth. And I love to read this quote because this practice is an act of self-love, truly. Let's take a deep inhale through the nose. Deep exhale out the mouth. Let it go. Deep inhale to the count of 1. Feel the belly rise. Hold it there at the top, maybe an extra sip of air. Exhale out the mouth. Let it go. One more collective breath together. Deep inhale through the nose to the count of 1, 2, 3. Exhale out the mouth, let it go. Inhale, arms come above the head, point through those toes. Exhale, let the shoulder blades rest down onto the mat. And then we're gonna roll onto our side, find a fetal position, maybe make a pillow for our head with our arm. Take a deep breath here. What a beautiful night to do yoga. Thank you to ASU. And let's slowly push up to a seated position. Let's bring our hands into our heart. Let's take a deep breath together here. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth, let it go. The light in me sees and honors the light in all of you. Thank you so, so, so much. Again, please join us for more donation-based yoga. Thank you, ASU. It's truly been a joy. Namaste.